from the King John School in Benfleet. Today is World Poetry Day,
and we are here to discuss how English is taught throughout the school and how it affects the students.
A project that has been introduced into the King John School to improve the literacy of the fellow students is a programme called Literacy Leaders. This is a project that spans across the whole school, including sixth form.
So what is the role of a literacy leader in the King John School?
We basically go into the tutor groups of the main school and help them with, in their tutor groups, with their literacy skills and vocabulary skills and spelling and all that sort of thing.
What do you aim to achieve as a literacy leader?
We just aim to boost the skills of students in the school in that English, really.
Do you think that the literacy leaders benefit the other students around school?
Yeah, I think we do. A lot of them seemed a bit begrudging at first to have to do it first thing in the morning, but they get into it now and they're a bit more used to us coming in and trying to help them with their spelling and vocabulary and things.
What kind of activities do you teach as a literacy leader?
Really, we teach spelling and punctuation, but we're gradually moving up into harder stuff, so it should boost them even more.
Thank you.
Yay!
Charlie, how do you feel about English in the King John School?
Oh, I enjoy English. I think it's really fun and entertaining, and we get to learn new reading and writing activities, and we can even practice on our speaking, even though I prefer it if we could do more speaking activities.
How do you feel about the curriculum and how it is taught?
Oh, I like the curriculum. Some of the things are really fun, but I prefer it if the students had their own input on the curriculum so it was more personal.
Thank you, Charlie. So Rebecca, how do you feel about poetry in the school curriculum?
I really enjoy poetry at King John. I think that it gives us the chance to express ourselves fully through the opportunities of poetry. However, sometimes I do feel that the poetry we do study isn't multi-gender. For example, the war poems we're studying now, I don't feel I can perform to the best of my ability because we're not having the chance to express ourselves through that kind of poetry.
Thank you. Do you feel that there is enough poetry in the curriculum? Do you think there should be more?
I think we're doing enough poetry. I think there's just not a good range of what we're doing. For instance, things that girls would like and things that boys would like. I think there should be more multi-gender.
Thank you very much.
Can you briefly explain what the Speak Out Challenge is?
The Speak Out Challenge is organised by the Speakers Trust and is funded by the Jack Ketchy Foundation. Basically, the Speakers Trust believes everybody throughout the UK, especially young people, deserve the opportunity to grow and develop confidence at public speaking. So it is a competition that's run throughout the UK to enable and to equip the pupils with the skills of public speaking so they feel comfortable and confident speaking to a crowd of people and expressing their point of views.
And how does this benefit the King John students?
It massively benefits King John students because they can express the training which lasts for a full day on public speaking, on the art of public speaking, what gestures, about how to do proper public speaking within the public arena, public speech within the public arena. It also gives them a sense of confidence and a sense of well-being and gives them opportunity to express things that are important to themselves and take it to a regional and national level in terms of the competition.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Back to the studio.
Is that it?
Could you please...
Each year I have a birthday when people buy me toys and mother gives a party to lots of girls and boys. I have a cake with candles and icing pink and white with rosy candles lighted. It makes a lovely sight. Each year the cake grows larger, another light to take. So if I grow much older, I'll need a giant cake. This is one of the many extracts from the books we have at King John School.
But of course, lots of these poetry books are being used in class today as it is World Poetry Day.
This is a typical learning environment for King John School. Right now in a Year 7 class.
Many students enjoy learning English because they find it interesting.
We are now going to interview an English teacher, Miss Green. What position do you think literacy plays in a modern society?
I think literacy is really important because obviously it spans across so much of society. If you struggle with your spelling and punctuation, it's going to affect your ability to write job applications, it's going to affect your ability to write your CV, so it would affect essentially your working life as well as what you do in school because obviously it goes across subjects.
Today is National Poetry Day. Do you think poetry is used enough in the national curriculum?
I think we've got a fair amount of poetry, which is good. I mean, at the moment we're doing some war poetry with Year 10, but I think we could use a bit more poetry, maybe different poetry. We don't do much modern poetry, especially modern war poetry, so that would be really interesting to use.
How do we celebrate National Poetry Day in the King John School?
We're a creative writing club. We will cater the club towards a poetry week. So instead of writing short stories, we will have a go at writing poetry for the week, maybe give them a set task to think about, and that might carry across a few weeks if the children are particularly enjoying it.
Do you think the King John School teaches English in a way which is interesting?
I think we do teach some really interesting topics. We've got some really fantastic texts which you study, and I think it's quite engaging as well. But we're also looking to see what pupils want to do particularly. So make sure if you tell us there's something that you think you would be interested in doing, or maybe you think there's a way that we could teach you in a way that would be good, maybe some more kinesthetics and up and moving about, then that would be really good as well.
Thank you. I'm Cerys.
And I'm Lois.
And we've been reporting in the King John School on World Poetry Day.